a little testimony of how good God is. So y'all know I was living for God, living holy for a minute. I ended up falling back into sin after about 3 years. It was just too much for me. I wasn't around the right people, the right environment, enough love. I ended up falling back, and I ended up seeing Gabe get killed, seeing him in the casket, seeing him lifeless. That hurt me, that killed me. I was crying every day, down bad. I was dreaming I was dying with him. I started having sex again. I had a miscarriage with somebody. I was working. I was crying every day at work, hating work, just thinking about everything going on. I ended up quitting, started selling drugs again. I wanted love. I just lost a lot. I had lost miscarriage. I lost Gabe. I quit my job. I was losing my relationship with God. Wasn't in the Bible, reading, fasting, and praying like I was supposed to. So I wanted to have a child. I ended up having my baby girl. Everything was good. Whole 9 months, Then we had her, and I wasn't living for God, and things was getting difficult. Her mom would keep her from me for months, weeks, multiple times. I wouldn't know where my child is at, if she's safe, if she's okay. As her father, I'm her protector and provider. So, that would hurt me, hurt me bad. Hurt me bad, man. And I was trying to do all the work myself. I would talk bad because I couldn't see my daughter and stuff like that, instead of just trusting in God. And when I did fall back in the sin, in Matthew it says 7 more spirits will come if you fall back in the sin. I was more boastful, prideful than ever. Started making music I had no business making. I ain't never wanted to make music before. I started doing drugs I ain't never did before. Selling drugs I ain't never sold before. I was just all the way out there in sin and lost. I ended up not seeing my daughter for like 2 months one time. And when I got her back, both of her ears were infected. She ain't gained no weight. She was just in bad condition, and I could tell how she was acting. Like she just wasn't good. She missed me, all that. So I knew nothing I do wasn't working. Like money, whatever I tried to say to her mom, whatever, it would make things worse. Like nothing would help. No matter how bad or how much I tried to be a dad, she wouldn't let me. It wasn't working at all. So when I get her back that time, I end up saying okay, I gotta get back right, gotta get with God. That's the only way that I'm gonna be able to help my daughter. Cause if I'm living like this, I ain't gonna be able to help her. So I go to church, start going back to church. I get sober, stop having sex again, but I was still selling drugs. Kept going to church, kept having faith. And then I started taming my tongue more. Instead of reacting bad or mean or cussing or whatever, just reacting to how her mother would act. I was just trusting God, tell her I love her, pray for her, stuff like that, just chill out more. And everything started working out in my favor. I ended up seeing her on her birthday, getting her on her birthday, seeing her more often. And recently my birthday passed, and her mom was saying I couldn't see her or I couldn't get her. Last year I would have been hurt bad, come on, it's my birthday, I just let you do what you want to do for your birthday, I just want to see her. I would have went crazy. But I was just it's whatever, I'm just trusting in God, I ain't worrying about nothing. I'm going to church, I'm going to praise God anyway. I got plenty more birthdays to see her. Man, she ended up bringing her to me while I was at church on my birthday. Crazy. She ain't brought it to me since last year. I can't even tell you when. But I was almost making my daughter like my idol. Like, she is a creation of the Creator. God gave her to me. And I was kind of putting her before God, worrying about her more than my relationship with God. So I started trusting in Him, and you see how He worked. The more I just chilled, the more He worked for me. So today, we were supposed to go to court for custody. I filed for joint custody, and her mom replied that she wanted sole primary custody. I got to pay child support, and I can only get supervised visitation. So this whole time, I just been praying, trusting God. Anytime she try to play, I don't even argue with her no more, none of that. Just tell her I love her, pray for her, stuff like that. Send the Bible verses, even though she don't want to hear it. But we're going to keep praying for her too, that she can get right, Let God see her through me. Keep being God's servant. So today we supposed to go to court for custody. And my lawyers just called me and told me I don't even got to come to court. I'm getting joint legal custody. I get to get my daughter every week on Thursday, and she got to come get her on Sunday. Usually I had to pick her up and drop her off, or I couldn't see her. Now she got to come get her on Sunday, and I get to see my daughter every week. I don't got to go no week without seeing her. I don't got to go no months without seeing her ever again. Thank the Lord, thank the Lord. And I just got to keep standing in faith, keep trusting in Him. This testimony just going to get better and better for His glory. And I thank Him for everything. Thankful for my daughter. Thankful for everybody who's been helping me, praying for me. And yeah, I got joint legal custody. I get to get her and see her every week. I never got to go about wondering where she's at. She won't give me her address, so I didn't know where my daughter's at anytime she have her. But now I gotta have her address, so I get to know where my daughter's at. I get to see her every week. I get to train her up as a child should go, so when she is old, it will not depart from her. Let's get it. Yeah, I'm just happy, thankful. Just wanted to share that.